Welcome back, dear friends. Welcome back to my channel, Soothing Yoga with Medina. And today, let's see what it takes to do a wheel pose, right? What looks very challenging, but we will see step by step how you can do it safely and enjoyably, right? And maybe today you'll just try certain steps and then gradually get into this. Everybody would have their own pace. That's important. Everybody has different flexibility, and it takes for some people longer or shorter to get to this particular pose. Like I said, it depends how mobile you are, how much you train, and how much you're using your breath. And another thing is that please never do this pose without the warm-up. You can damage your spine, back time, your spine, your neck, your shoulders. Please don't do it. So let's start with the proper warm-up step by step. As usual, we need to get into the tabletop where your hands are under your shoulders, your knees are wide enough under your hips. And on the inhale, you bend yourself out. Breath is really important here. Exhale, you round your spine, tuck your chin in. Then you do a few of those in your own pace as long as you incorporate the breath in here. Right, and just to counter posture that, you want to do some child's pose as well. That always kind of releases the tension that might have been built up in your warm-up, and it just really relaxes you as well. So you can pause the video if you want and do a few rounds of cat-cow, or you might want to do some circular motions as well. If you haven't done yoga for a long time, you really want to make sure that you've done your best, especially in this particular warm-up. So now that you've done some warm-ups with your spine, you might want to do some usual asanas, whatever you feel like today, and then just the staff pose. If you remember, the way to do it is your legs are straight, flexed, your arms are by your thighs, and then you look straight. On the inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, you actively push with your hips to the floor. Inhale, engage in your spine as well. Exhale, push into the floor. And on the inhale, we're gonna raise up our hands and exhale, forward fold, seated forward fold. And let's see how that feels now after the warm-up. For it needs the knees, but be very, very careful. All right? So do a few rounds of those, and then you want to find yourself seated on your knees. We will get into dynamic camel, half dynamic camel, and then we're going to do the full camel. So the way to do half dynamic camel is that you take your left hand up, place it on your left heel. It's better if it's tucked. Some people untuck it, but I prefer when it's tucked. And then you raise your right arm and sort of turn to the left side. On the exhale, release it. Inhale, you bend your back. Exhale, release. A few rounds of this. Inhale, exhale, release. Inhale, bend a bit further. Exhale, release. You're exercising your shoulders here as well, which you will need. Inhale, exhale, release. Inhale and exhale. Keep it for one more breath. And exhale. And let's keep that one for one more breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. release. Now let's get into the full camel. And the way to do it is your upper body is straight, your knees are on the floor, tuck your toes or untuck them, and you place your arms on your waistline or maybe on your hips. Some people put it on their bum because ultimately what we do, we're going to slide them on your heels, right? And again, if you need, for after this dynamic exercise, if you need to do the counter posture, you feel like it doesn't feel right, let's do like a child's pose is always a good place to relax your spine and see how you feel in this camel. If it's too much challenging, maybe today the wheel is not appropriate, and that's okay. But we will still try to go for camel or variations of camel. So hands on your waistline. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, you drop your head. Then you start rolling out your spine and maybe sliding your hands and keeping them on your thighs. Maybe touching your heels. As long as you can feel this bend and you squeeze your shoulders and look up if you can. Drop your head. Feel the stretch in your throat as well. And stay for a breath or two in here. Release. First, place your hands on your waistline and then slowly come on up, releasing the session. How was that? Please pay attention. If it felt way too painful or uncomfortable, I suggest that you keep on practicing it more. Down from camel pose, bum on the heels, and then slowly walk your hands down. Slowly, as much as feels comfortable for you, maybe till your elbows today, or maybe all the way down. And you feel, again, the stretch in your thighs, definitely a bend in your waistline. You can keep your hands up to further the stretch above your head. You can keep them to the sides. Rest them on your belly. Keep them in the prayer, whichever way you like. Or maybe just pat your thighs as well, because they're working so hard right now. Inhale. Exhale. Try to get your bum closer to the ground if you can. Inhale. Exhale. Push with use your glutes and your thighs to push yourself down further to the ground. And release. So first you place your elbows underneath on the inhale. Then your palms behind you. Then you can fully get yourself up. Again, another child's pose. There's no such thing as too much child's pose. So release. If you want, sort of move your hands as well. Shake it off. We're going to get into shoulder stand and then bridge, right? So the way to do shoulder stand is by laying down first on your mat fully. Yeah, you just push yourself up and then hold yourself, hold your back with your hands. Try to make legs straight here, pointing to the sky. Preparing your shoulders, using your glutes, using your core muscle. On the inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, we're going to get into plow pose. So what you do is you slowly, very, very slowly, you can flex your feet here. You place your feet on the ground above your head. So sort of the back of your head. It will feel very intense at around your waistline, but this is a very good preparation. So you want to make sure that you feel comfortable in here. It's a stretch for your neck as well, definitely. You can play around by placing one foot and then the other. And the way to unwind from here is you place your hands on your waistline again, lift up your feet one by one, and then slowly get into Shavasana. We're not getting into Shavasana, but just laying down spine by spine. From here, let's get into bridge. It's the last warm-up, which is necessary. And the way to do it, let me get a bit further. I think you'll get a better, more visible in here. So the way to get into bridge is by placing your knees sort of 1 foot apart from each other, and your ankles being underneath your knees. Your hands, your palms are on the floor. And then on the inhale, you push yourself up. You push your bum up, squeezing your glutes, and at the same time trying to bring your knees together. So it's an active work for the upper body, but mostly lower body as well. The upper body is trying to bring the chest out, but it's mostly bending, warming up, looking up. And your hands can be above your head. You can interlace them for further workout for your shoulders. Just spend a couple of breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, keep on pushing. Inhale. And then exhale, gently release. Well done. Okay, so if you were able to do this asanas, to do this warm-up without too much hustle, without too much pain, then you are ready to try the cartwheel. And today, it may be from laying down. So after the bridge, you can place your palms behind you. So keep your legs the way they are. And you place your palms behind you and just push yourself into the wheel from here. And then gently place your head to unwind. Place your head first on the mat, then your back, your bum, and then your legs, and relax, perhaps into Shavasana. Or if you want, the next step after that would be using the wall. It's 1 leg distance, I would say, for now, and then place your hands on the wall. Yeah, your after you warm up your back, it will be easier, of course, like I said. And then walk your hands down this wall. Yeah. There you go. Here's your wheel. And then gently place your head first, and then your back, and your bum, and your feet. Well done. Let's go for the wheel from standing. You might want to set up several cushions at the back first, because it is scary to go back without seeing the back. On the inhale, remember about your breath. On the inhale, place your hands up. Lengthen your spine. On the exhale, release your hands, and then just trust the process. Trust the floor is going to catch you. In the worst case, you're going to fall on the cushions. And then just spend a couple of breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, release first your head, then your shoulders, your back, waistline, bum, and then boom. You've done it. Okay, let me know in the comments if it worked for you, or which stage do you want to spend more time in, and then let's do it.